So, we're at an interesting point in the game. Because we are right inside the pyramid. And we just killed a skull, and we were able to kill the skull. So it might actually be a place where we can go to. But I think we're actually still buffed, so that's the thing as well. So let's see here. What's our buffs? We have HP buff and a speed buff. SP as well. The time of day is 4:52 AM, which is perfect for leaving the place. And get new buffs. So I need to get my notes. So I can get the buffs I need. And electricity, I think. So we need to travel to the Lloyd's Beacon thing. Yeah, he already has it. Cast, return to Blistering Heights. We're going to get electricity and then leave. I think electric stuff is the thing here. So electric would be not this one. And then I don't remember anymore. Freezing wind, okay. Okay, so electricity is magically increased. Now we go get the teleporter. Back to home. And then from here we can go outside. Yes. We need to make sure we don't really waste a lot of steps here. Now we need the buffs, which is closest. So which is in A1? So X4. Okay. Y8. So drink from the well, your defensive skill. And we have X10, Y3. Time is going to pass fast. Yes, X10 will be good here. X10. Y3. That'd be up. No, wait, that's worse. That's the defensive skill. Now X13, Y1, and 6. So your mind has been enhanced. Wait, where am I? X14. Y6. We're in A2 already. Oh. I mean, we need at least we need the might thing. So what do we have yet? Where's the might buff? It's on B1. We got SP and HP, and then we need the might, I think. So might B1, X4, Y9. Where do we get to B1 again? Where's B1? Would that be to the right? I can't remember. It probably is. Because A1, A2... Cold resistance. I forgot, actually. Yes. So B1 was the thing. It's over here. Okay, this is... We're wasting time? 5 PM. B1, okay. B1, we're going X4, Y1. What? Y9. Okay, that was not the thing. X4 then, so we just need to go here. It's already night. Okay, we need to beeline to the pyramid now. Okay, this, you can see how much this... Yeah, this is not worth it. How much time will we get in the pyramid? Okay, at least one step in the dungeon is better. At 3:40 AM. Well, we'll get decent amount of moves in here. Interstellar transport vehicle, Shikbath Zera, codename Wandering Seed, cargo terraform platform modules, destination third spare of Mino systems. Okay, this is... We're on sci-fi right now. How cool is that? We can't fight here. The fuck? Iron Wizard. Okay, we can't really touch him. Little Gremlin, you're brave to play this great but clunky masterpiece game. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I don't even know if let's take that as a compliment or not, because you know it's fun. I love difficult games like this. We need to really identify this being, because we don't know. With physical attacks doesn't seem to work. Yes, well that worked, but now he's already killed Castori, so we need to block. Okay, this fight should be a redo. Okay, this dungeon might actually be too difficult. Yes. We'll run away and reload this one. We need to identify monster with Castori. So... yeah, I can deal with him first, at least. So he's like just a grunt. Dundala. Dundala. Okay, we're... okay, there's another one. The word for Castle Greywind is circle. Make more notes. Okay. In the... is that a riddle answer? Maybe? Because the riddle of White Shield I know already. In the pyramid thing, I don't know what the name of this place is. Tips. Okay, so it's like the word Castle Greywind is circle. So I can't remember which castle I was at. Which had the other riddle, and I didn't really care to actually, you know, check the riddle. Open. There it is again. Okay, you. Cast story. Cast. Identify monster. Spell failed. Need to be closer. 30 AC. I mean, he's identified. Great. But that doesn't really leave me with... Oh, okay. There was a physical hit there. The AC might just be too high when I think about it. Cold Ray. No, I blocked with Castore. God damn it. Yeah, I think his AC is just immense. Cast. Acid Stream. Yeah, because I was able to hit him with one guy there. So Heroism would be pretty well. Maybe the hit increase buff. Do I have a hit increase buff? Of course I haven't found the hit increase buff yet. I would probably do the level buff. I could hit more times then. Okay, we'll mix around with the buffs on the next next entry here. Yeah, we can't really hit him. Okay, he is dying. Come on, one hit. There we go. And only 30 gems? Okay. Oh, shit. She still has SP left. Iron Wizard's shadow is distracted to me. I didn't see the shadow. Okay, but you know what? I'll do a clue book. It might actually just be that he's not... It's just the AC. Iron Wizard. Iron Wizard are great mechanical beasts employed by the ancients to guard the secret rooms of metal that lie beneath the pyramids. Energy attacks are their great weakness. Okay. Energy attacks are their weakness. Yeah, I just think their AC is really high. Okay. So we could do heroism, I guess. I guess right before we find another one, we'll cast heroism on at least Maximus. Hello? Any demon here? This means farewell. You can't go in there. I can't handle 2 Iron Wizards. I think before we have to actually do the Cyclops Cavern before we do this, at least. Okay, what's the time of day? It's perfect. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. We'll go back to the resistance place. Sup? Hello, Coffee Badger. Great to see you. My strategist in arms. I was just at the pyramid and I had a great time. I left after a brief stay. But, as you can see, I have achieved to go to Red Hot. On my own sum. I actually found a tip in... I don't know if it was in... It was in the Swamp Town Dungeons, I think. There was said, go to Red Hot. It's great for you. And I was at the caverns under here and I got the resistance bonuses. As you can see, I'm quite received in resistances. Okay, so we are resting. And we are just going back. You watched my last VOD. That's cool. That's very nice of you. I think we're just going to go back. I don't know what resistances we need, so I'll just pick up. Because it's just one movement in here, right? Yeah, so we'll just pick up the resistances that are in here. So we got that. And we don't know what protection from elements we need yet, so we should wait. So we are just leaving this. Unless we can level up something, I'll just go to the place. You could go give me some basic tips, not as long as they're not like abusing a game mechanic that I shouldn't know. If it's just like general clues and stuff, I'm all for it. What was I talking about? I was talking about this place. Has learned all we can teach. Oh, he is too high of a level for this town. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. We're going to get some buffs. I should just remember this. So I shouldn't use my GPS. There was one behind here, right? And immediately I forget. Good. It's fine. Where's my notes? AC buff would be great. That's X4 and Y8, so just need to go here. And the HP buff, which is here. And the great SP. Wait. That's intellect. It's already night. It's fine. A small wall of text. That's okay. That's interesting. Might, you know, we'll just go with this. Armor breaks when your HP goes below a certain amount after they go blue. Merchant saves you so much on all characters post repairs. It's worth it to get for all characters. You can side. What is it? Oh, it saves on spells and repairs. And I can sidestep traps like fire by holding control or right? What? Yeah, that repair cost was... I broke inside a little bit. But I was figuring like, yeah, at this, when they go blue, and a certain amount of HP. Okay, so that was... I assessed kind of correctly there, just need to make sure that I don't want them to go into blue. At least, if someone needs to go into blue, it's the cheap guys. But you get sidestep holding control. Okay. You mean, so if I go... Okay, that's interesting. That's really helpful. That's very helpful. So you watched me in the dungeon in the Blistering Heights with fierce, horrible feeling, looking at me trying to survive 2 steps in the trap. Yep, I get it. I get it. Okay, the Cyclops Cavern is up here. Yeah. But now I need to get merchant for everybody, and that's fine, because 5,000 isn't really that much. And I should have merchant for everybody. It's because it's annoying to actually just put everything on the Robert. On the Dark Shade, I should say, which is a really cool name. Okay, I need some drinks. I have my last bit of coffee, but I need to warm it up first. So, that'll be... yeah, I'm just happy to watch people play one of my favorite games, that's all. That's pretty cool. Right now, I'm in it to complete it. I've played so long, and I love this. I just love games that are so intricately weird. So I'm thoroughly committed. It should only cost you like 20,000 gold for everyone to be a merchant right now? Yeah, 5,000. It's 5, 10, 15, 25. So yeah. And is the brightness bad for the camera? I could increase the camera. Yeah, let's do this. I have a wall set up, so this is usually for my green screen. But yeah, there we go. You summed it up as clunky. Clunky and masterpiece. Just go together. Okay, that should be better lighting for the camera. So. Okay. We scoured here a bit earlier, and we noticed that there was some chests in here. And easy fungus. There's some tip about going into the red things, right? So we want to wade in here. You're more resistant to the shock of electricity. Is that in general? Is that just now? Gotta do it again. Nothing in the pool. Well, in case it's a lasting thing, I want to have it on the mages. Because they're like weak. There's the bugman. Bugaboo. You think it's a perma buff most of the time. If you can, you only use it once, it's permanent. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there was a poison thing as well. But the thing is, after I saw it, I think... Oh, wait, who has the poison? Okay, so she... No, all these are 87. No, wait, that was that guy. Okay. Okay. Checks out. Any fun things in these? Nothing but bones. Nothing but bones. Ancient jewelry. Well. You can always rest to find out. Yeah, well. I'll find out eventually. The ogres... Wait. Hold on, I'm trying to read the wall inscription. Allow for time. The ogres bury their treasure in the Valley of the Trolls. This is not the Valley of the Trolls? I probably don't need to note that down, because I want to go everywhere anyway, so... Oh, they really hit on Castoria there. Ooh, that's not good. Do they not like mages? They really don't like mages. Block. Just cure wounds, sure. There are more enemies? No. Nothing but bones. Bones, a lot of bones. The green key is close at hand. Ooh. Bugaboos really know how to dance. Why they have a two-step scurry. The two-step bugaboo dance. Look at, yeah, you know what? Now that's some fancy footwork. That's a, imagine holding your body completely still. While, like, your balance is totally off. You want to see that? Okay, it's fine. Okay, that's... The green key is close at hand. We should cast some protection on this little man. Blessed. Blessed is protection, right? Yes, blessed is AC. Now he doesn't need to really... You never really noticed that? Yeah, me neither, kind of. I notice weird people, but I don't really care look at their animation. So that's why it's good to have a chat that looks at different things, because different kind of perspectives enlighten everybody. And then we can all look at the game in a different light and appreciate it even more for the clunky masterpieces you guys know it as. Another pool. A sneaky bugaboo. Well, the bugaboo goes first. I can probably get some spells out. No, what are you doing? Okay, so we're going to give this to Resurrectra. Oh, this was just gold. Well, there's all these many different ones. Look. Ow. Another scale armor. I can't recall why or when, but the gray figures on the window border sometimes animate briefly. Yes, the gray figures. The guy on this guy, he's like when there's something interesting, he's like yo, something is here. Something is definitely here. This top one is when enemies are nearby, so he's like, oh, whoa. And this guy is when we levitate. Then his wings flap. So yeah, that's the animations. And these are elemental protections, I think. So when it's green, it's an element protection thing. I can't really see the element, but it should be. You wish more games could do things like that. It has a lot of character. It does. And something in games, like retro games in general, at least dungeon crawlers, you don't really need a big screen. You know, like Bard... what is it called? The Bard... Why did I don't remember the name? Bard. The dungeon crawler game. Bard's Tale. Yeah. So in Bard's Tale, you have an even smaller screen, but more information in general. And you know what? You don't really need a big screen all the time. You can... A lot of that is in here, you know? So you just need the general information about stuff, and then you can remember them. And when you remember them, you remember the kind of details and stuff like that. So, yeah. You can make the visuals up as you go and you remember them. Now we know the Bugaboo dances. Old school EverQuest did that too. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, you know that's true. I didn't really play EverQuest 1. But I've looked at some pictures of that. Fireball scroll. I know it, don't I? Well, at least he knows it now. How hurt is he? Oh, sis. Well, we will go without the buffs, but these enemies are fine, so it's not a big deal. That will be hard to dodge. Okay. Detect monster. I know this is small, don't I? He cannot understand the spell. I did go into the last pool, did I? Oh, it just hurt me. That's fine. So, okay. Warning, backpacks full. Your backpacks are full. Please drop an item. Really? All my backpacks are full? These broken stuff. As long as these aren't broken, I'm happy. The wooden Naginata. Where? Where is it? There you go. Green eyeball key. Oh, there it is. In the piles of bones? Okay, but since we need to discard something more, because we're probably going to find some more stuff. But now we have the green key. We can use the might potions. Use them. Did I use it? What? It should say use it on who, right? What? No, I just used it. Okay. Mind shield. Whoa. Leather shield. Get out of there. Get out of there. Use the might potion. Guess we're just using them. That's really a small amount of might. Mystic Chance Battle Axe. It's an eyeball key. Yeah, it's slippery, but it'll do the job. You like put into the socket. It's like, I hope this works. Potion of Heroism, sure. On who? There you go. On Kragak. Okay, now we have a little bit more room. I don't think there is anything else in here now. Okay, how should we... So now, using the spells, the key you gave me is forward, right step. Yes. Thank you, thank you. That is a blessing. Red Warriors key. Red key as well? Do we get all the keys here? Now we can enter the fortress of something. Please open from the Well, we're doing this the hard way, aren't we? The guy with the jump died. Will this count as a move? No. Oh, really? This is weird. This should be a turn, shouldn't it? So, we can't turn left or right. But we can stay here and heal and relax and have some fun. That's fine. You think it was that dungeon by the boatmaster near the Insane Woods? Yeah, I have noted down some details about what I have found. I don't remember exactly. And now as I have told the stream before, my notepad document is getting very big. And I haven't really, like, sorted it. So I need to, in my off time, sort this notebook thing. Like, for entrances, buffs, general hints, and riddles, and that. So I don't need to scroll through the entire thing. Well, let's cure some wounds. No, not you. Nothing but bones. Ancient jewelry. Lightning bolt, we already have that. What's in there? Something sketchy. Save. What are you? Can do one more heal. There's the Cyclops in the Cyclops Cavern. There he is. So I'm just going to hit you. No, we don't need the flying fist. Oh! He's very grabby. And now I have the blue. Is his armor broken? I'm not going to let that happen. I'm sorry. That's just not going to happen. That's 30,000 gold. I can't. The Fondler. Who's going to get blessed? So who has the... He has the spell to stop them from working, right? Feeble Mind. Okay, I'm ready. It didn't work? Ooh! Oh, he's insane? Bad day at school. Bad day at school. I got thoroughly grabbed. I have to use all my spells for this guy. What can we do? What can we do? I think heroism was a good bet. And I also think... No, what? Just did nothing. I'm wasting valuable time. I think heroism. And Maximus is a beast, right? So we're going to make our warrior. We're going to make our warrior blessed. Good start. Please work, Feeble Mind. It didn't. Okay, this mind should be feeble, right? He looks like a feeble-minded dude. Cold Ray him. Not enough. I have 2 spell points. Block. I don't think he can be feeble-minded. I'm not going to take that battle. I can't lose another 30,000 gold. He did give me 10,000 gold. Okay, so I will... Worst case scenario, I will take that. But I don't want Kanagam to die. He's wearing expensive armor. I could, like, de-equip it. But I still don't want to do that. We have a decent hit rate. We don't really need to do heroism. Could immobilize. Attempt to immobilize. Funk. That also did not work. Okay, now we just need to cast the shit out of this. Okay, we'll do the Finger of Death. Didn't really touch him that much. Immobilize? Acid spray. Boo. Ow. Okay, so I'm still missing. Okay. I think heroism is actually a good idea. Okay, okay. A little bit more. A little bit more. We're not done with him. We're not done with him. I don't want to leave. This is... I'm not going to take this... like, easily. I'm not going to admit defeat. I mean, I've been defeated. He's in the lead, definitely. Our two main, most expensive dudes. And Kanagam can also resurrect Castore, and then we can leave this place together. So that's good also. And now we need to cast Heroism on Maximus. And now we're fighting. And we're panicking. We can still cast Feeble Mind, it's just probably really bad hit rate. Or no, Dragon's Breath. What doesn't the Cyclops like? I'm going to cheat, I'm going to look at the clue book. Hush, hush, hush. I can't remember if it works the same as later, but Mass Distortion might be a good option. Yeah, did I learn Mass Distortion now for real though? Give me the Cyclops. Okay, the Cyclops are known to carry a good deal of gold with them wherever they go, which is true, 10,000. Despite their vulnerability to the element, they often escape harm by confusing their opponents. So they don't like elements, so Dragon Breaths are cool. Cast. Fire. Good hit. You just block. Block didn't help. Well. He's dying. Kanagam can't die. Yes! This is good. Cure wounds. Yes. Yes. Now we're just crazy. Confused. Confused gets away from resting, right? Yes. We did it. That's one Cyclops down. And we're probably fine. Right? There's no need to be in peril anymore. I feel scared. I feel really scared. Where's Lloyd? No, not Lloyd. Wizard Eye. Yeah, identify monster spell. I did that on the wizard Iron Wizard in the pyramid, but it really didn't tell me much. It didn't tell me what he was weak to. He only said like AC is 30, his HP is this. No! Not number 2! You know what? We need buffs. And the buffs I'm looking at is outside of this place. Okay, what we'll do, we might not aggro this guy and look for a little bit more in here. And then go back to this guy. So we're just going to turn around and act like nothing happened. This is back to where it happened. Damn. Teleport. How many squares? 3. Ow. Now all those bomb piles makes a lot more sense. You name it. Yeah. Many people have tried. Is this back up now? Our inventory is full, so we need to do some shopping, so. Okay. That's back home, I guess. Did we wade into this pool? It's fine, he didn't lose much. Nothing but bones. Oh, here's a chest. We should open it. Yes, ouch. 50,000 gold. Yes. I'll take that home with me. Okay, before we go into town, we're going to get the merchant buff. So the merchant buff is... Let's see here. Merchant. I didn't note it down. God, slithering son of a gun. Well, it's somewhere. What's this buff? Strength is here, so it's quite close to this place. Okay, so we're going to just save from the home, and I might just load this save again when I know where it is, so I don't waste too much time. So it has to be a place where I have walked before. Just empty. Gong happened in my place. It can't be this one. It's the alicorn thing. I wonder how you would fare against those worms now in that spider dungeon. Yes. Not well, I guess. They were really strong. I don't know if I'm ready to go there yet. Oh. Well, a chest. Time distortion. Well, now I find the chest. Now I'll just save, I guess. You just need to cure some wounds here. only I could remember where it is. Aura of magic. Cool. Magic resistance, I guess. What's this one? That's the Halls of Insanity. Was I here? I got burned. What? Oh. Ah. Why is there a dragon in the Insane Cavern? Gotta be insane to go in there. I get it. Where is it? Where did I venture? Night. No poison. Now I can enter here. The Dark Warrior Keep. Yo! Why are they always here in the entrance? Go away. Okay. Where's Dark Warrior Keep? To do. There you go. To do. Dark Warrior Keep. Location is B3X0Y6. 3X0Y6. The shack is filled with sextants, compasses, and charts. Oh, this is the guy who wants me to travel to Swamp Town. No. I'd rather not. Where could it be? It's probably... It was in the mountains, I think. We already have Dragon's Breath. Time passes. Spiders! It's poisoned. We can cure that, I think. Merchant is near Fountainhead. Okay, thank you. I'll go back. This is a mess. Defensive skill. I don't want might potions. I've been there. Why can't I find it? Okay, I think I need to look it up. I've been there, but now I just can't seem to find it at all. Oh wait, maybe? Resistance to cold. No. These are like resistance to fire as well. Okay, I haven't noted this one down, so. Fire res. X1 X10 Y2. I'll just look. I don't think it's... I'm going to fight it eventually. I know it's around here. Oh, it doesn't even note where it is. Oh, Era E1. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't even note. But it is an A1. A gleaming scale lies hidden in the dense trees east of Fountainhead. East. Those enterprising enough to find the scale can pay its price to become a master merchant. East of Fountainhead. Skills as an adventurer has been increased. That's a level. That's a level thing, yeah. I am east. In the trees? In the dense trees. Oh, it's probably in here. That's astrology. Yes, there it is. Thank you. Finally. Okay. Everyone is a merchant now. Whew. That took forever and it was just next to Fountainhead. So for some reason I thought it was more in the mountains or in a denser place than that, but it was just nearby. I just didn't know. Okay, my coffee is ready, by the way. No biggie. No biggie. It was just right next to where we started our adventure. Well, now we have it. And now for the other fun part, which is so fun to watch. Shopping segment. Oh, I forgot actually. I should have changed the MIDI thing. For the next stream, I have to remember that. I want to change the MIDI device so we can get a different sound. A stubby warrior. Yes, prices are good. Now we can all sell here. Sell the keys. So he only has like weird stuff. Quatlu coins. This is my main Quatlu coin resident, so I don't know what the Fizbin does. How did you get the name Selfie Golem? It's not a funny story. It's basically just me. I had so many weird nicknames, or not nicknames, but internet handles, and I just felt like I need something that's more acceptable, more like something that will work. And I don't know. I found the idea of a golem that tries to be stealthy, just looking behind a tree, and I'm just like, hey, that's a thing. It's fun and it sounds cool. I'll just name myself that. And that's been the handle for, I think, 12 years. 12 or 13, maybe? 12 years, I guess. And you're Coffee Badger, how did you get your own name, if that's the name you use for other handles as well? we're still just selling. Well, the mind potion is kind of poop. I'll just sell it because we have no need of it. Well, come on. A Mystic Chance Battle Axe. Whoa, it's so fun. Chance is probably luck increase. Mystic is resistance to magic. Chance will be luck increase of 10. And the battle axe. It's not interesting. The mind shield, also not interesting for me. The bronze crossbow sells for bad, so I'll just sell it. Potion of heroism. I mean, as long as I need to remember just to use them. And I can have them here. That's the chainmail of mass distortion again. But the question is, do I have mass distortion on Castoria or not? For a long time, you went by Honey Badger since the meme came out. Oh, then I kind of combined my love of coffee with it. Similar in the way of the golem, I like the idea of a Honey Badger drinking coffee. Yeah, you know, it's just humble, it's nice. And if I was a good artist, I would make something better. And I have a friend I might commission to do better art for the stream, because this golem pixel logo thing is just not that good. And my pixel art in general is bad. And if you've seen my game, you can see the extent of pixel artitude I'm able to do. I call it Atari art. Looks like toast with bleeding eyes. You know what? That's perfectly fine to say. It's bleeding butter then. You know, it's melting butter. Why does it have to be a toast with bleeding eyes? It could be a toast with melted butter. What's wrong with you? What's your mind at? I'm just saying. We got time distortion. Not mass distortion. So we could keep it still. Honey Badger don't care. That's true. Honey Badgers are fearless. So we'll keep the channel. The Leprechaun's Mall, I'm just going to sell it. It's just annoying me. It looks so interesting. And yet, I'm not going to use it. Horde of Monster Finding. That's probably just wanting to grind monsters, right? It's Detect Monster. Well, that doesn't really help me. There's monsters nearby. So. You, get all the Quatlu coins. 5. To Crag Hack. He's a hoarder now. Ancient jewelry, that's just to sell. I think ancient is just a modifier for cost. Well, ancient wasn't a good idea to search. It has a lot of hits in the clue book. It's fine, I'll get there eventually. I didn't find it. It's fine. Yes, it's to sell. Thank you, Honey Badger, for being my second clue book. My series of clues for Might and Magic 3. So I can just reorganize this inventory to be a bit better. And give the Fizzbin to somebody else. God damn it, that's just annoying to look at. Broken ring mill, we can fix this one. Leather mall? That's... what is this? What do you call those bats made out of fun material? By the way, Little Gremlin, I saw your follow there. I didn't earlier. Thank you very much. That was really nice of you, if you're still here. I have a bad setup on my computer to just... Well, it's not a bad setup, my clue book is in the way. Yeah, Nerf bats. So that's basically a leather maul would equivalent to a Nerf bats in sort of strength, I think. Brass helm. We have some... Do we have shitty helms still? Glass helm... Silver helm... Bronze helm... It's one of those things you question the insanity of the person that makes it. Sure, but why? I agree. I mean, if it was out of necessity, it was in a dungeon with the ogres there, and he didn't really have much, he'll just have to, you know, do what he can. Everybody has a better helmet, so we don't need to take care of that. Steel splitman was still expensive, but it's fine. Okay, I'm falling down on my chair again. I mean, I'll just do this thing. I did find some new armor for Kragak, and you'll be mighty pleased, because it's not just any armor, it's fucking gold. He looked as he was scrapped, rusty, old, now he's the golden shining armor. He looks like a god among men. So don't you go belittle Kragak. He's a solid gold statue of greatness. Iron robes, those suck to wear. Silver longsword's not good anymore. Lapis crossbow, that's actually good. Steel short bow, silver longbow, iron longbow. Okay, so your iron longbow has to go, and you can get the lapis crossbow. Iron robes probably were better than your padded armor for Kasori. No, but the thing is, he still has robes. Well, steel cloak. Isn't cloak and robe the same thing? I think so. I could try. But he can wear armor and cloaks. And it would probably be better than the padded armor. If that's the case, of course it would be. But I don't think that's the thing, that's the case, you know. A lapis belt as well. Who doesn't have a pendant at this point? Do you wear a pendant? Yes. They may be considered in M4 to be separate. Robes were considered a chest slot. And we'll see next time we have a robe, if it goes to the cloak or the padded armor. Gold broadsword though, that's pretty good. Probably better for this one now. Platinum scimitar. Oh, it's still good. This guy though, flaming sharp sword of undead turning. Yeah, if you can wear it. Oh yeah, I can't do it in here. God damn it. Okay, you really need to be in... Your mind needs to be in a good place to do this. Sell... Just give the Fizzbin to Castor, I guess. So I don't see it as often. The keys... Can go to somebody else. Everybody's full up. Okay, so he has that thing now. We need to look at the belts. The belts, leather belts. That's nope. It's not even a belt. I mean, those are usual belts, but not in this game. Usually belts are leather, and that's fine. So the bronze pendant. We don't need to know who doesn't have a pendant on them. So pendant is the amulet slot, or is it the magic detection? We'll see. There's just too much. Okay, so the bronze pendant. Yes, it is an amulet slot. Okay, then he'll just keep it then. And there you go. Now it's all tidy. You wear that. You try to equip that one. Yes, it works. Not sure if you figured this out, but I think you can use 2 rings per character. Yes, I know that as well. But right now I haven't gotten too many rings yet. So I'm just crossing them. You see that he has 2 rings. But I'm still lacking rings. Well, that's the thing. No more undead turning. Leather short sword. Good one. Another great item. No, don't give it back. Give it back. Okay. Okay, we might be good. This guy doesn't have anything good for me. Okay, so we need to equip the belts. And that was it, right? No more things to equip. No, she has stuff. Well. Pearl cape. Well, there you go. Bronze ring. She can equip that. Oh, she has 2 rings. Okay, Castori probably doesn't have that, so bronze ring goes to Castori. His backpack is full. Oh, this whistle of aid. What does that do? I want to sell these stuff now. What's that whistle? Whistle just a misc item, and it's of aid. We'll probably. It's first aid. First aid? Whoa! Go away. Potion of curing. So curing is. What spell is that? Cure wounds. We don't need that either. You have no need of that. You want it. The of misfortune. What does of misfortune do? A mysterious artifact unknown of origin. So I probably should keep that. It's one of those miscellaneous artifacts. Because the ancient jewelry can be sold, it just says. Quote, the coins are used to win statistic bonuses from strange altars in Slithercult Stronghold's secret room. Oh, so that's the serpenty thingy down there. Okay. So that will be good to get rid of those coins. The Fizbin is just weird, it says. This is weird. It's a Fizbin. Of Awakening. That's also just dumb now. Okay, gold robes. He has a steel cloak. Oh, now I have a robe. Okay, now we can see. Okay, gold robes. To Castori, and we can see now, for true, what slot it is. I should save in case, I don't know what should happen, but in case. So it goes fast to save. So we have a cape, robes, and the cloak. Okay, powder armor remove. Cape. Robe. No, it's a... remove cloak. Yeah, so that's a cloak. So the padded armor is something else. And I still haven't found substitutes. Just padded. That's it. We need at least a padded armor of great abilities. So the pearl cape, steel cloak is gone now. So the pearl, I just need to make sure that it's not only more costly because it's a pearl. So the pearl is a +2 AC and the gold is +6 AC. Yeah, so it's better to use the gold one. And now for the rest of your stuff, the amber broadsword, we have a better one now. Gold, amber, gold is +4 and +8. Amber is not better, it's just more expensive. Okay. So, and on the bronze ring you could equip. No, not you, but Castori. I just didn't have room to give it to him. So the steel leather. Interesting choice. Gold cutlass. You get knowledge that gets mixed up between games. Yeah, it'll be funny when I actually move on from Might and Magic 3. Because I'm just, from here on, the idea I'm going to have is that I'm going to continue from 3. And if I just enjoy everything, then I might go back to 1 and 2. Maybe. That's a big if. And also if I continue the series. Yeah, I need to sit down and replay this. It's making me nostalgic. Yeah, I've even had ideas of like, oh, I should make other characters and play through when I'm wise. But you know what? I think I'll have to leave it for a bit. It has to sit, you know? But it's pretty fun. You can get so many weird gear, and I think as the more you know about the prefixes and suffixes of gears, that'll make you more interested. And I thought, like, how cool would it be if people made a randomizer for this? You know? Very big if. 1 to 2 is a very different beast. Yes, exactly. That's what I thought as well. 3 is kind of the, as I have come to conclude, is the kind of introductory thing to the good series here. But yeah, imagine a randomizer for this game. You know the area is already so vast. There's so many enemies. There's so much gear. Like, it's perfect for it. The only thing we need is people to actually, you know, be invested in the idea, but and be able to do it, of course. Well, I'm talking a lot, but that's kind of what streamers do, don't they? So you should allow me to. We have more ancient jewelry we didn't sell. Jesus. How much am I missing out all these times I'm going to defend? This guy might think I'm crazy. There. So get this, apparently someone combined Might and Magic 6, 7, 8 into one game. Ooh, so there are some fans out there that do amazing things. Wow, to one game? How long is that game? Yeah, it'll take you 2 or 3 months of in-game time, I think. So you can play your character from 6 all the way. You can shift between the games and use any combination of classes characters. Oh, cool! Okay, let's clean up the inventory and I think... Okay, we give the keys to Castori. The orbs and stuff of cures and lightning and dumb. We need to just use them. Use them and be done with them. Okay, segment completed. I know it's not fun to look at, but it's a big part of the game to optimize. You should. Okay, we don't know if let's check here if we can level. No, 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 and no. but Fountainhead can't give us any more levels. But I'm curious as to one more thing. The arena again. How does the arena scale? Still a bubble, man. One of the other soundtracks for the game. Aren't you happy? I wonder if it's like scales town-wise, or you can actually, if it gets more difficult as you complete the arenas. Is that complete? Congratulations on arena number 3. Yes, so it does scale, I guess. Oh, sorry. You have served Bellum well. Return again to face another challenge. 3,000 experience given, gotten. We'll do another one with the same HP, I guess. That was pretty easy for what we know. Never did arenas much. It might get stronger over time? Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Hunt down your foes. Oh, it's a skeleton man now. Yeah, so it does increase in difficulty. Where to be people? That can't be it. Really? 4 enemies? No, oh, there they are. I've not defeated all the enemies. But I don't know where they are. Friend? Foe? There it is. Congratulations, you did it again! Okay, one more arena. That was fun. Yeah, we'll do a spell. Imagine you could go in here with buffs as well. All of a sudden, Demons and Dragons. Oh, you would be joking if that was the case. Did you see the major demon encounter I had yesterday? That was a big nope. That was a big nope. Or it was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. That was the last stream. Yeah, that's going to be a while, I guess, until I get back to that one. And by the way, I looked up the... Okay, I'll tell you in a short while. Where the what now? Come on! Is he going around me? No? Really? Okay, I have to comb it now. Let's comb the area. There it is. That's probably it, though. Yes, the experience is really bad. Yeah, I could try resting, but doesn't that pass a lot of time? I'll do that one. I'll do that one now. Okay, so one more arena, but I'll explain what I was trying to talk to you about. So I looked up on the internet webs the how long to beat, how long to read. No. How long do you read the game? Yes, so here it is. The thing is, in all intents and purposes, you can't read it. No, it's fine. It's for a main story run, it's 49 hours. Main and extras 58. Completionist is 76 hours. I'm never going into that low of a time. And all styles, like the general playthrough is about 60 hours. How much has I? Has I? I've barely scratched the surface. This is an adventure of a lifetime. But I'm happy about that. I am. It says leisure time is about 83 hours. That might be more true. But yeah. Maybe 20% of the game. 20% of the game. 20% of the game. But, you know, of course, I am streaming and there's breaks and there's talking. Of course it will take longer, but it's a community aspect. So, what do we want, you know? We're here to have fun together. I have fun. That's the most important thing. If I want to use time... If I want to waste time, because that feels like the best, the most fun choice, I will. What was I going to do before entering this? Oh yeah, the resting thing. So it's... Meanwhile, the bowmen are back. Look at the frame rate for these arrows. Rest. What's happened to Maximus? He's asleep. You're asleep. Do I have awakening on my man? Yes. Wake up. Okay, resting worked, but I don't get the arrow advantage. And they're asleep again. It's fine. Let's see. Oh, it actually passed. I was able to rest. Imagine if this was an event in a Colosseum for the arena. And I just said to them, hey, I want to do another battle. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. And I rest for 8 hours. Middle of the fight. Imagine how fun that would be to look at. You know, adventurers need to be ready. You know, we can't overdo it. Bashing into things will make you die, of course. So resting is always the most important part of fighting. Restitution. But no, it's just some weird dude in the arena at a desk. It's even more sad. He's just here forever in the corner of this big room, all alone. It's like, he wants to fight some dudes? You can take however long you want. I'm just here, stuck forever, so... Oh yeah, he's in every corner? Maybe there's 4 corner of dudes. Am I done here now? Actually, the rest might have been because I was done here. But that few enemies in here now. Yeah. Look at him giving his side eye. That's a man that doesn't really talk true. One more arena. Even though I need much more experience. Well, 20,000. We'll see how much we get from this one. Unknown destination? I did it wrong. Okay, I didn't manage to catch the monitor thing. So is he in every corner then? Yes. His 3 other identical twins are in the corner. Oh, that's a dwarf guy. We know that. I wonder what's better, arrows or energy blast. Actually, at this point, I think arrows are better. Rest. 8 hours pass. 6 food consumed. How much food do we have left? 14 days of food still. Yeah, we bought a lot. No, see, we didn't defeat all the enemies. So they're just too far apart. And now the enemies are probably tired too, because they've been up looking for me. There they are. What about now? Can I leave? 7,000 experience. So how much did we get in total? Not much. We'll do it until Maximus levels up. Okay? That's my final word. I rested again. Because I pressed enter way too quickly. Oh no, the ninjas are back. Oh yeah. Sorry about the noise. Diddlung. Look at the frame rates in this place. Look at the arrows fly by. So this is the appropriate way to do it, I guess. Just combing the area. Did he level up? 3,100. But ninjas, they're a bit more than usual, so... I always talk to this guy. Still goblins, though. And orcs. There's a mantis. A new enemy has arrived. Now I have officially combed it. Yeah, that went really fast. Okay, we're good. Now just to level them up. It might actually be someone else as well. No, wait, we can't level in here. We could probably level at Baywatch. No, not the store. What am I doing? Yes. Oh, we have more than that. Level 12's getting on. That's 3 levels. Do we have anything better than the padded armor from Mr. Castori? No. We never do. Bronze brooch. That's fine, I guess. I don't need any more shopping. I'm filled up. I'm flipped up, man. So what do we do? We could enter the Cyclops Cavern again. Hear me out. Just get a blessing from the church. As you do. And get might on the way. And we'll be able to deal with them, right? We could get a level as well. Where's the level increase? There's many buffs that we should take. So how much was it cost? This is 25 gold again? Oh, maybe I haven't used Baywatch that much to donate. Yeah, I think it's a cost increase per how many times you donate, and they want more money because that's what churches do. Are you allowed to say that? I'll give it a hush. Give it a hush and a twice. Okay. We have time for that. Yeah, we have a little bit of time. Yeah, we have more time. Okay, good. The thing is, I have work in... I don't have a watch on my hand. I'm looking at my hand like I have a watch. In about 40 minutes, I have to leave. But that's enough for a round of these guys. It's 10 a.m., so we can just donate here now. Be you in need of aid, yes. Those are cheap donations. Okay, so let's plan our route to... No! That's wasting time. Another tip, if for some reason you think the loading times are slow, you can press Ctrl F2 to speed up the emulation. Oh, okay. Okay. Good tip. It probably won't matter. It's scary. But yeah, the loading times are pretty fast. It's not been an issue. But yeah, in general, that's a very good tip, I guess. Okay, so we are in 8-2. And what buffs can we get on the way? We need to go up. So we're going directly into A1 again. Level buff is in B1. Okay, so we're going directly up. Okay, this is actually A2 on Y, so we can go get the SP buff. X14, Y14. Okay. Might is on B1. We need the Might one. Level is B1 as well. So that's probably the one over there. What's the time? Got a good time. Oh, that's a temple donation thing. Oh. My bad. So that's the SP buff. Level buff is B1X. We can get the HP buff. Hey, that's AC. Have I gotten this one? Oh, no, I don't think I have. Really? Wow. No, I haven't. I have noted down. That's the first one I found. Okay. That's a really good buff to have now. Okay, and then we have this one, which is the HP. B1. We're going to get B1 now. So the thing is, the strength is at the might. X4Y9. X4, and then we got to go up. There it is. We're good. Oh. This was on the way. Magical quickening. That's the speed buff. Okay, now the Cyclops does not stand a chance. It doesn't stand a chance! What does it think it is? I mean, with the buffs from the temple? And this thing? How could this go bad? need to go into some walls in case there's some different notes. You never notes. Are you sure you want Mr. Wizard's help? No, I just want to save. Bring it on. Famous last words? Don't. Don't. We can still try Feeble Mind. We'll get close, I guess. I don't hit him. Still missing him. That is scary. I don't want to miss him. Acid spray is good enough. Joe! What? But I'm supposed to be great! I mean, come on. Well, I did get him. For a price. Mr. Wizard is evil? Really? Well, that didn't go as planned. How you guys doing? Confused? Confusion doesn't last for long, does it? So. Yeah, he's off now. I have all these buffs. Okay, you're just going to heal everybody back to full. Oh, wrong guy. Mr. Wizard saves you and instantly teleports you to Fountainhead for a low cost of all your gems. Ooh! Okay, but a question. If I deposit my gems in the bank, he wouldn't take those gems because that's a burly man that's guarding those things. But anyway, I should be able to just cast Lloyd's Beacon at most of the time, right? So, as long as Castoria can be resurrected. The thing is, Mr. Wizard has no idea about Lloyd. So keep Lloyd's presence unknown and we're good. Teleport. So I know there's going to be more of them. I just need to have a heads up. He's like... So he makes sure that if anything... Oh, that's actually pretty good because I was scared of, you know, being... having save locked myself. So Mr. Wizard would then actually get me out so no save would ever be broken. That's really good. I know there are Cyclops. That's the chest. I will just do that. He was there! What a creep! He hid from me. Can we do anything else? Oh, let's just initiate. Hey, he doesn't really want to get feebled. But how's our hit rate? So our accuracy should be increased. We haven't found that yet. We haven't found accuracy increase yet. The one-eyed Gravemaster creep? No, it surely can't be. It can't be a thing. Please hit. I'm missing so much. Anything we can do? Paralyze. Feeble. You never know when it's going to work. Holy good. You think he's also wearing black latex mesh with... God, now you ruined him for me. It really looks like some sort of BDSM stuff. And the grabby hand does not help with the BDSM thing. Oh, Maximus can't miss. He's also confused. Okay, that's a crit. Good. He's paralyzed! You did it! Yes! That's nice. Okay, so paralyzed can hit. At least paralyzed can hit. The problem is that I'm using a lot of spell points to use paralyze. I want to heal and stay here for as long as I can. So I probably don't want to use paralyze more than necessary. It's better than being hit, but at the same time, Castori can die many times. He's fine because he's only repairing the padded armor. I don't want to lose the ability to heal and get out of here and do it again. It's not like it's that bad, I can do it again, but I'm kind of evaluating their presence as a group of adventurers trying this as a one-run thing, not like going out and in again all the time. Playing smart with these people, I guess, that's what I'm trying to get at. How much? Sir Cannigam? He has a lot of spell points. Oh, look at that. Because of the buff. No, he's a boss. Okay, well, that's not... We can paralyze. Sure. I had no idea he had so many spell points. They're no slouch. No, but yeah, but I don't know. No, they are a slouch. Look at that. I just gave him ability to not slouch. Well, cleric's no slouch. So as long as I get the SP increase, which is 100, you're lying to me, Mr. Badger. Honey. Honey! It's when those nicknames don't really favor you. Oh, honey, you're lying to me. 15 perception. Is perception SP? What? No. Intellect would be SP, right? Intellect is damage, I guess. 25 perception. He has 11 and a lot of spell points, so that doesn't... No, it's not perception. Personality, I mean. Personality. It's that healing caster mana pool. Okay. Okay. So if I get personality buff, I can get more SP. Oh, this game is so difficult. But at the same time, a personality buff would do really good to get the SP back. I would need to rest and I'd lose the buff again, so. Imagine this game being easy. Finger of Death. I already have it. Okay, I won't open this yet. There's probably a dumb ogre here. Okay, I can't find one. 50,000 gold. Yes. How are you rich? 243,000 gold. We're rich. Also, there's a skill called Prestidigitation. Yeah. Prestidigitation. I think I hate the word in the D&D. I think it's Prestidigitation. I think that's it. I like your more Prestidigitation. Remember to cast Prestit. It gives you a bonus on mana pools. I don't think I have Prestidigitation. In D&D, it's like a minor... It's a cantrip to just clean. I think you can get clean anything. Oh, I have the fiery flail I haven't used. It's a later game skill. Okay. Pain is probably good. What's pain? I'm gonna look it up. I haven't used pain. Another one of those things that have a lot of hits in the clue book. Overcomes a group of monsters with writhing pain. 8 points of physical damage. Eh. How much time do we have here? A lot of time. Can we get any protection from physical pain? Or only elemental? Elements are just like... yeah, freckled acids, so... we already have the blessed from the church. Great food is the thing we can do as well. Yes, it's AC, I guess. Yeah, sure. It's quite true. It's quite true. It's when the game gives you so many ideas of all the things. Fantastic freeze. Well, that sounds fantastic. And also, a thing I love about these old games is that usually nowadays we have fixed spell name ideas, you know? We've played so many fantasy games and there's like, these are the enemies you can encounter and these are the spells you can use, and we all have like a common knowledge of what you could expect. In the old games, there was no real prescription of how to make a game and what is fantasy, so you just threw everything in a pile. You're just like, this is my idea. I love that spell. It's a freeze that hits everything in front of you, no matter how many monsters are there. And now, that sounds like it's a cheap spell. Oh, it's not that bad actually. 15.5. Okay, but I haven't waded into the pool yet, so we will... you become a more advanced adventurer. Ooh. Now, hoopity hoppity. Advanced adventurer. You know who likes to be advanced? Yeah, the mages. So I'm thinking, if it's a 1 level increase, who needs it? Who has the least experience? I'm going to look for that. It might be XP or it's just 1 level. So he already has... what? 9.6... okay, so his experience is 108. If you do this... he died. Minus 102. It's 100,000 experience. But he died really hard, you know? That's... the first shot worked. I'm not going to let that decide my fate. But anyways, who needs it? I think... at the same time, I want thievery to increase, but that's going to increase by just opening chests. If you gain a knowledge of stabbing, the red mysterious liquid kills you. Yes. So, I think... Castori doesn't have a lot of experience. Not counting him either. My choice is between Canigam and Castori. Well, I'll give it to Castori. Don't die. He ripped. Okay, I'll give it to Canigam because he's a stronger boy. It's fine. Experience kills you. Thank you, life, for giving me the idea that experience kills me. Stop it! Why would I get more experience when I'm dead? I mean, afterlife, yeah, sure. Okay, I'm just going to give it to whoever does not die at this point. Whoever manages to get experience in life without dying is a better person. It worked the first time. It's really weird that it doesn't work now. What about Crag Hack? No. Okay. Well. Come on, don't rip. Minus 186. How was I able to do this the first time? The first time it wasn't rip, right? I remember that correctly. And I feel like I'm getting cheated out if I'm not actually... Okay, that worked. So, okay, so it's... He's still hurt. He's still hurt. But we'll make do. Cure the wounds. Oh wait, we can actually do a super cure. A power cure. I hope for a good roll. Yes, that's a decent roll. And you can just cast a regular cure now. See, you're fine. Nothing happened. You were just more experienced. We did open the chest we found. Yes. Okay, this is a weird locale. It's a mess. Sacred Silver Skull. Is that 2,000 gold? Why do they still give me that? I don't want that. There's that guy again. So this is from before. So I'm guessing I have to go here. Oh, that sucks. Can I teleport behind? I'll give it a go. Yes! That works. Okay. I did not expect that to work. Those who have donated to the 5 temples will find the shrine in Cripple Creek most generous. So I know where that is. Sort of. And that's 5 temples. Okay. So there's 5 towns of temples, I guess. There are, oops. 5 temples. Doo-doo. You need 20 silver skulls turning for something really, really important. Oh. That's... You wouldn't know that, would you? But I guess it's like, for sending me all these silver skulls, here's something for my gratitude. Clue book number 2. Okay. No! Okay, how should we do this? Paralyze worked. Let's cast some Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath. Okay, this is a good start. Don't not work, okay? Paralyze. It didn't work. Now Castori is sad. One's down. Don't have enough anymore. Just block. Ooh! Okay, Crag Hack is a bit expensive to die, but you know what? It's fine. Fire Flame is also a real nice spell for clerics if you have the SP to spare. Yeah, I just got that. I haven't used it much. Okay. Rip gold armor. Yeah, it's fine. These guys give us a lot of gold, so I'll take it. It's fine. Heal our friends. Back to life. Okay, so we need to try to not find more Cyclops. I found one. We could fight one. Maybe. No, don't go that way. Go like that way. Yeah. We can't cast one more Dragon's Breath. We don't have enough for Lloyd's Beacon. Cast a Fireball. Wait, no, that was 20 as well. Damn it, I'm a fool. Okay, we'll have to rest, I guess. We're fine. We're fine. I think. We'll see. For some reason I felt like Dragon's Breath was 20 was 30. Or 35. I was just dumb. Just cast nothing, really. Flying Fist. Arrows. Block. Continue blocking for the mage. We are hitting him. Yes, I do have the Mass Distortion spell thing still. How dead is he? Only a little bit. You have enough for a little bit. Oh, I have these potions, don't I? Potion of curing. Use. Look, he's alive. Okay, I'll try resting. And I hope to God we're safe from these beasts. I was hoping I could get done with this dungeon before I leave, but I don't know yet. We'll see. Okay. Wade into the pool. Search. Become more advanced. I don't want to die. I mean, if it's only... Okay, I have to look now. 924. Level 11. Okay, 924 and level 11. Let's see. Loads. If it's not worth it. Oh, you have to cheat. It's not that much. I'll let it be. I can come back. No, it's fine. It's not that important. Well, this is an issue. You know what? These guys are just giving me a lot of trouble. Even with the donations, I might have to go and finish it off later. Fantastic Freeze. Octic Blast. Paralyze. Please, work. Yeah, cure paralysis. Why'd you just stop? There. Okay, that's a really good fight. It's a really good fight. Okay, so as long as I get her to hit more of those spells, if I get the personality buff, she will have stronger chance to hit, right? Please, no more. This is another pool of death. Okay, so I need to note this down now. Okay, so to do in case this is optional in the Cyclops stronghold, more of the red pools of experience. I'm sure at this point your party has quite enough of the Cavern of Leather Daddies. Ugh. Blech. And also, considering how much of a hassle they are to kill. 90 gold. Ancient Artifact of Good. Oh wait, that's for the castle, isn't it? Artifact. What? Wait. It is. The return the Artifact of Good to their rightful seat in Castle Whiteshield. Ooh. Oh no, but do I have to take sides? Render the ultimate power orbs onto Zealot King Righteous and give strength to the hands of the good. Okay, so that's a different quest from the power orbs, maybe? Those are stupid good? Who is stupid good? The Artifacts of Good is to Castle Whiteshield. I don't know if the artifact is good. Okay, now I'm happy I ventured a little bit in here. But honestly now... So what's stupid good? Ancient Artifact of Neutrality. Neutrality. That wasn't in the notebook. Artifacts. So the ultimate power orbs are stupid good. Okay. Okay. Why haven't I healed yet? Oh. Because we don't have mana to heal. Fine. This is also probably a pool of health. What's in this pool that's so great in experience and so horrible in experience as well? No! A man! Okay, so we should find this guy. We already need to rest. Cast. Blessed are the Canigum and that man. You will Wizard Eye and Canigum, which is the time of day, 5 PM. You will also use the potions that you have now. Might Potion. Use it. Because we're just wasting them anyways. Anybody got some useless potions to use? Oh, he has a broken scale armor now. That's true. Yeah, he did die. That's it. Could have cast the Whistles of Light. You know what? Whistle of Light? Just get out of there. Okay, the Orbs of Power you need to choose. Yes, I need to choose between good, neutral, or evil. Platinum Cloak. Yeah, that's probably better than the other one. Okay, we have cast the spells. Now we have to hope for a good RNG. With the Paralyze. You, cast something fun. You know, I'll wait for the for the Fantastic Freeze. Here it goes. Did not work the first time. Miss, miss, miss. Cast Paralyze. Where is it? No! No! All this battle didn't go well. Okay. We have to save abuse this a little bit. I want to kill that guy. We've invested so much time. I don't like to do this. I don't like to do this. Just, you know, until a battle will succeed. But we've already killed someone, and RNG is a little bit of a hassle here, so we will just make sure that we can get them with not that much of a casualty. So, you. With your Fantastic Freeze. And you with your Paralysis. What? She didn't get a turn? Or was my... Oh yeah, that's a problem. I know. By the way, I haven't started... There's a plugin I should use on my computer, because my mechanical keyboard, this thing, one of the buttons, the A key, has a chance to double press. Now I have a thing that I can run in the background that will eliminate double presses. That's what sometimes, just like that, Resurrectra missed her chance to fight, because the key was held in. Like that. Okay, so I need to fix that. It's off and on how many times it happens. Or maybe... Does it happen a lot now? Or am I just... Is it part of the fight? Ooh. Oh. It might be confusion, actually. It might be confusion. But it is still a thing, and it's on the A key. But yeah, confusion actually might be the thing to cause it now. So I'm giving it a 50-50 chance of being either or. Well, the casualties was not that bad. We have trouble healing, though. How far can we get this guy up? Okay, he needs 4 and he needs 17. We're fine. We're fine. Cure wounds. You could now heal that man with your spell. Then we could rest and cast lights and cast wizard. Ah, shit! I have to leave. We'll have to continue Cyclops Cavern later. I have no more time. I've got to work in 10 minutes. So, we'll just cast the Wizard Eye. You sure they will come back from blue from a rest? I don't think that's true. To be honest, I think that's... I have done that in the past. We can try it next time. But I believe that it says one of your characters might die when they're unconscious, I think. We can try it. In any case, I'm sorry, but I have to leave. It's interesting, but, well, that's how it is. It might be because I had disease or poison, yeah. Okay, we will experiment with that later on. So, before I leave, I will, yeah, this video needs to see me. I will leave you with a good song. So, in case you guys are just kind of in the middle of leaving, I will help you. So, that's this one. Quit the DOS. Okay. See you later, guys.